Hello everybody, this is Milagros. Welcome to Binah Tarot, and I'm going to be doing the tarot scopes for each one of the zodiac signs in regards to love for the month of January. Let's begin. This month I will be doing the Celtic Cross with the Kingdom Within Tarot by Juno, Lucina and Sharon ThornFeather. And I am going to be pulling one card for advice from the Oracle of Echoes by Tourian. Aquarius, this is your January reading, and the first card we have is the Four of Pentacles, and it is a card, or the card of acquisition. This card speaks about, well, it can symbolize material matters, money matters. It can mean that right now your focus is into business, in money, in trying to acquire something, maybe in purchasing something, investing in something. That is in the most in the closest meaning of the card without involving feelings. In regards to feelings, it can represent a situation that you have been clinging to for some time, although it might not have been the healthiest of situations. It felt for a while that it was difficult to walk away from it, almost as if you depended in a way on that situation, or you got used to the situation and it was difficult to let go and to walk away from it. It can be also the person in your life. Maybe it was a person that was in a way clinging to you or depending from you in a way, but there is almost a sense of depending on the situation or on the person. And that is crossed by the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is the card of victory, is a card of pride. So this situation can be something that makes you, maybe you are dating somebody who is really attractive. It can be one of these scenarios that the person is really attractive and you don't want to walk away from the person because of the attraction, or because it makes you feel comfortable, it makes you feel good about yourself to see this person. It can also mean that that there is a sense of pride in here. Maybe it is a situation that has or that felt successful at some point in your life, and maybe you're clinging to the idea of how successful or how well was that situation working at some point. This card also symbolizes pride. So the pride can be getting within the situation, whether it is on your favor or not. Maybe it is a situation that you have been clinging to and maybe it wasn't healthy for you, and finally your dignity, your pride are starting to kick in a way and to suggest you to walk away from that situation, because it might not be the healthiest in the longer term. And I said that because of the Eight of Cups card and the Judgment card. So you might be understanding that this situation, it's not the best for your well-being, or that it might interfere with your success in other fields in your life. We have the Nine of Swords in the past, which is a card that has to do with misunderstandings, with fights. It has to do with not being able to sleep well. It has to do with having nightmares, having very deep thoughts, or very confusing and troubling thoughts about the situation. But it almost feels as a problem in communication, in what the message you wanted to get across was, and what the message that the other person got was. So it can almost be a very, very complicated dynamic in the relationship. I see the Strength card on top, and the Strength card is a card of Leo. It's a card that has to do with the chase. It has to do with passion. It has to do with, again, can also mean that you are clinging to a situation that it's really difficult. I mean, it might be really challenging to continue in here, but you again might be feeling very attracted to this person, and you are not sure how much you want to risk for the person, but you are also probably getting surprised on yourself and how much you have risked till now. It feels, the energy of this card feels like something that is almost addictive. There is a lot of attraction, there is a good chemistry. In your mind, you have that. Maybe you want to keep it as that, as this passionate encounters or this passionate dynamic with this person. But in the subconscious level, in the feelings level, we have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card has to do with you knowing that there has to be some sort of resolution to this situation. That maybe this is an in and out relationship. Maybe if you have a stable couple, you are having periods in which things are good, and then, you know, like ups and downs, and you feel that within yourself, you know that this is not something that can go on for much longer. You know that you are facing some changes. You know that although it has been difficult, or it is being difficult probably to get away from this situation, despite the encouragement that you have as well to continue, you also know that there has to be a breaking point with the Judgment. There is a breaking point, whether it is to clear the things with the other person and try to find a balance, try to find and to make the situation work, or whether it is by just walking away from it. In regards to the current energies, we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is a person who takes care of him or herself. It has to do with emotional maturity, but being worked from within. This speaks about the person that is kind of protecting himself, his feelings or her feelings, trying to heal in a way. It can also be the card of the Avenger, so it won't apply for everybody, but it can mean also in some cases that in a way you want to avenge yourself. You want to avenge, you want to find some sort of justice into the situation, and make it also difficult for the other person in case they made you have a difficult time in the past. But I think and I feel that here it's mainly speaking about you trying to take care of yourself. So although you know that this dynamic might not be like the healthiest thing for you, you are also aware that this situation that you have, there are feelings involved in here, whether you like it or not. And you have to start taking care of yourself. You have to start dedicating more attention to yourself. In regards to the surroundings, we have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands has to do with some sort of stability, but it is a very apparent, imperfect stability. So the other person might be willing to compromise to some of the things that you are going to request from him or from her. This will not solve the issue. It can put the things on hold, on a standby situation. It can provide a temporary solution. It can, you might be able to find some common ground, but still I don't see it as being the solution. The other person, this shows a willingness in a way from the other side to work things out, but with some conditions. This can also signify the bed itself, so it might be even just a sexual relationship, or it can even be, because it can symbolize a house, so it can be the husband, the wife, in the other side, maybe just trying to make this whatever dynamic you have going on work, but it's very tricky. It's very tricky for them too. Now, in the unexpected, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of inopportunity. And this tells me that you might find during this month that there are going to be some really awkward moments, very awkward interactions with the other person in which you're going to feel a bit out of odds. And maybe the time will seem a bit off for you. The time will seem like whenever you want to have that conversation, it's never a good time, or whenever you want to avoid having that conversation because you are busy, then the other person wants to speak about it. It speaks about some sort of misunderstanding between both agendas. It might also symbolize communication itself. Like, it tells me that there will be some communication involved, that you will try to speak about the things, but at the same time, this conversation, as I was saying, might feel a bit awkward. Now, in regards to the future cards, we have the Eight of Cups and we have the Five of Swords. The Eight of Cups has to do with abandoned success, so it feels as if there is some movement. You might decide to just leave the situation and move on from it. Towards the end of the month, that movement that you will decide to do will make you feel a bit sad, because the Five of Swords is a card that speaks about longing, about missing somebody, about feeling that you have lost somebody who was important to you in a way, or that you have lost a part. It doesn't mean that everybody is going to break up and let the other person go. It might even be that you decided to leave behind some of the things that were making you fight with the other person, and that eventually, although you want to let them go, inside your mind you might still hold or cling to these things, to these thoughts of whatever happened that made you feel bad, that contributed to a crisis, to the crisis in the relationship. Though this is not a permanent card, it is temporary and it is something that should get better, but that is the overall energy. Like, this move that you will do, although positive, it is a bit challenging. I have on the suggestion, on the advice card, I have the New Horizons card, which is similar to the Eight of Cups in a way. It speaks about moving towards somewhere else, towards a new horizon. It suggests you to take a new road, to take a new approach to the situation, because the approach you have been taking till now has not served you in the way you were expecting it, at least. So this is a good opportunity to take a different approach, to see the horizon, to see the future as something different with different eyes, and not to focus on whatever you are losing or letting go. Just have in mind that the letting go that things are is going to bring you some new energies and some new things. Do not carry these negative energies or negative thoughts into the new episode in your life. This is just a general reading, and you can always check your ascendant, your moon sign and Venus in order to get more information, or you can book a private reading with me by following the links that I am leaving down below. You can have access to my 60-minute reading. It's a 65-minute reading actually during this month. It's an in-depth reading in which we can see further details on specific or general situations. There is also a promo that I launched for this month. It's my 30-minute reading, which costs only $29 instead of $35. This is an offer that is valid during the month of January because of the new year. Also, I launched a new contest, and you only need to share a Facebook post that I'm going to be linking down below as well. And you have to like my Facebook page and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to set the privacy to public so that I can see that you have shared. The contest expires on the 15th of January, and I should be announcing the winner on the 16th or 17th. Also, I made a separate video, and unfortunately I could do it only in Spanish because I was really in a hurry. It was just a live broadcast. And during that broadcast, I was thanking everybody because I hit the 10,000 subscriber mark. And this is only thanks to you and to your support. Besides that, I am also explaining the delay on the yearly tarot scopes of the rest of the signs. I had to go on a trip, so I didn't really have the option to transfer the videos from my memory card to my computer as I was recording them. So when I tried to actually transfer the files, I realized that it was pretty much corrupted. They were corrupted. It was impossible to rebuild the database. So although I tried, eventually I just realized that I will have to re-record them from scratch. They are lengthy videos, so please bear with me because it will take some time. It was from Virgo to Pisces. So Besides that, I really hope you have a wonderful new year. I have the best wishes for you. Thank you so much for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, for the comments and the support that you have shown me. And I really hope to see you next month again. Bye bye.